On the morning of April 3, 2025, in a tranquil village of Payasti, in West Bengal's Cooch Behar district, a tragedy unfolded that shook the very foundations of justice and humanity. A young farmer and migrant laborer, Jahanur Haque, embarked on his routine task of watering crops, unaware of the cruel fate awaiting him. His 24-year-old life was abruptly ended, found lifeless, his body riddled with bullets near the Indo-Bangladesh border. Eyewitnesses and a solemn complaint to the National Human Rights Commission reveal a grim sequence of events, a targeted execution, not an isolated tragedy. The Border Security Force personnel, meant to safeguard, allegedly stripped Haque, scrutinized his identity, and upon discovering he was Muslim, launched a violent assault. Company Commander Balwant allegedly committed an unthinkable act. He executed Haque with a bullet, while another officer sealed his fate with a shot to the head. In a grotesque display of disregard, Haque's body was left exposed for hours, denying him respect in death, echoing the absence of justice during his life. His family's anguish grows as bureaucracy turns a blind eye. The BSF has long stood accused of brutality in marginalized regions, but the execution of an unarmed farmer highlights a stark reality: state-promoted violence. Profiling by religion and execution without trial transform law enforcement into a machinery of terror. The alleged justification of Haque as a smuggler remains unsubstantiated in silence and inaction. Official steps remain shallow attempts to placate rather than prosecute. A case registered under Section 1031 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and the unnatural death case offer no real justice. An insufficient autopsy adds to the agony, neglecting crucial evidence. A family is left with grief unanswered, as the nation bears this stain. Haque's family, steeped in poverty, receives no assistance, legal support, or acknowledgement. Bereaved mother Reena Bibi's cries meet silence, fighting abandonment by a system that undermines their lives. This is state terror, not only with bullets, but in erasure and neglect. Border regions like Cooch Behar languish under a shadow state, where accountability evaporates and fear governed by uniformed terror reigns. Incidents like Haque's form a pattern of disproportionate targeting against Muslims, showcasing systemic violence through biased accusations, trials unfollowed, and lives snuffed without consequence. India confronts a perilous path where state-driven communal violence frays democratic integrity. The killing on that morning wasn't singular. It symbolized a blow to justice, equality, and citizenship. Political silence is overwhelming, national discourse numbing, while normalization of violence subtly seeps in. This emerging terror does not assault from shadows but from within, wearing state colors, chanting ideology over dialogue. Here the state itself assumes the role of enemy.